What's up, guys? Alton here with another video. I want to talk about this whole thing. First of all, I saw a post, and shout out to Seiko Woods. This is the guy who has brought this to my attention. Apparently, there's two pastors. You have a guy named Pastor Greg Locke, and then you have another pastor, Jamal Bryant. I don't understand how this man is still a pastor. I really don't. And I don't know why anyone is still listening to him. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. It kind of has something to do with the subject, but I'm just gonna digress. Anyway, you have both of these pastors who are taking two extreme sides when it comes to the COVID-19 situation. You got Pastor Greg Locke, who says that anybody that comes to his church, allegedly, now I haven't really looked into this, I'm just saying that I've seen this post and I read a little bit up on it, so I haven't really done a whole bunch of extensive background research or anything like that. I heard about it in passing, and Pastor Greg Locke said that if anyone shows up to his church with a mask on, he's going to have them escorted out. Then you have Jamal Bryant, on the other hand, saying that if somebody has not taken the COVID vaccine, aka the juice, then he will ask them to not come to the church. Or if they don't show the card, then they won't be accepted into the church. I disagree with both of those pastors, and I want to say that us as Christians, we gotta stop jumping into these idiotic political debates or just trying to join sides with the secular world. This whole thing about the pandemic and all of that, that is the world. Now, we may have our own convictions about if we're going to get the juice or not. It doesn't matter. You're still my brother or sister in Christ, whether you get it or not. Whether you wear a mask or not. Whether you feel like that you're doing something or whether you feel like that the mask is useless. As a Christian, we need to stop being so wrapped up in what the world is doing and what secular folks are doing. You see what I'm saying? I saw a post from Marcus Rogers. He did a video and he was talking about the juice and all of that. And he was kind of going in with that, saying that, oh, I'm not getting it and this and that. Okay, that's fine. But at the end of the day, let's stop turning this into a Christian talking point. To where if you feel strongly about getting it or not getting it, then we need to divide based on that. That's not what we need to be dividing about. I mean, it's been a whole year where some people just have not been back to church because of this issue. It's such a stupid and silly issue, and you got people who are looking at this and they're trying to find excuses as into why they don't want to fellowship with others. Me personally, I believe that there have been people who don't want to fellowship with others, who want to find an excuse to not go to church, and they're using this as a way to express something that's been in their heart all along. There's some people who just haven't been wanting to go to the fellowship, but they didn't have a good enough excuse. Now they got one. And now a lot of people are just staying away from the fellowship at all, and they blame it on, well, I don't want to go out there and get sick, and I don't. No, you just didn't have, you didn't want to be a part of it anyway. So Christians, we need to stop getting into these stupid back and forths about worldly issues. Who is the God that is sitting in heaven right now? The one and only God. It's Him. You can stay away from whoever. You can lock yourself in a bubble. You can go and go to a rave. I don't even know if people go to that anymore, but you can go to basketball games and football games and, you know, concerts and all of that stuff. Either way around, God has already appointed for you to die. He already knows how you're going to die. There's people who've already had the juice. They masking up, gloves, all of that. Still have died from the virus. You have people who hasn't done any of that and they're healthy as an ox. You have people on both sides, whether they've gotten all of these, you know, whether they gotten the juice and gotten the mask and gloves and all of this stuff here, they've gotten it and survived. You got some people who haven't done all of that. They've gotten it and survived. You as a Christian need to start focusing more on the word. And that's what we have a lack of right now in the church. That's why the church is weak right now. And it's become even weaker over this stupid issue. You're steady trying to worry about how you're trying to preserve your life when God has already appointed a day for you to die. You're so focused on that you're not even focused on spreading the gospel to your brother or sister who may be struggling with whether or not they should take the juice, whether or not that they should stop going to a fellowship. Some people are broken over this. There's some pastors who haven't even opened their churches. And some people are just yearning to go back to church. And some of these pastors and some of these people who've been in the churches, they don't want anything to do with those people who desire the fellowship because of stupid talking points on these news stations. Talking about, oh, are you going to get the juice? You need to get the juice. No, don't worry about that. Don't get it because, you know, it's the mark of the beast. You got people that's in the middle that's really suffering and hurting from this. And as people who are pastors, shame on you if you using that as a talking point in your church. Shame on you for that. You save those conversations for people who are going to come to you in private and say, this is what I'm struggling with. Please help me. You don't sit back and make some public proclamation on where you stand concerning this. It doesn't matter. You guys are killing the church over this stupid issue. And at the same time, you got these cults running rampant. You got these conspiracy theories running rampant. You know, I get tired of talking to Christians and they telling me about some stupid conspiracy theory that they done heard on the internet from both sides. One side, oh, did you know that you know, there's no more beds at these hospitals and all of this just crazy stuff. Well, you know, my mama, my daddy, and my uncle, they all got it and died. They say that if we don't get it, we only got 10 more years to live. Then you got the other side. Oh man, did you know that they putting stuff inside of that juice to change your DNA and make you start thinking crazy stuff, and it ain't nothing but you being injected with some demonic spirits? All of this just needs to stop. Kill it. Start focusing on that gospel. Start focusing on the word. There's a lot of people out there who really need the word. Stand up. Stop being cowards. I'm so tired of cowardly Christians. Man.